What's going on? What's going on, everybody? What is going on? This your boy Shay G, and welcome to another edition of the Shay G and Friends podcast. Now, when I tell you that with the podcast, I always bring people on. Not only are they famous, not only are they good people, not only are they working, not only are they being like philanthropy and giving back to the community, but the best part about it is these my friends. These my friends. These are people who I know personally, and this young man, I've known him for over, been carried to two. I believe over 25 years, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all make some noise for the one, the only, Mr. Griff, a.k.a. Griffy2K, a.k.a. actor, a.k.a. comedian, a.k.a. a husband, radio personality, Stellar Award winner, if I'm not correct. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Griffy2K. Griff, everybody, we clapping. We clapping. What up, boy?
What's cracking, homie?
Man, first of all, thank you for coming, but you've always been the coolest, most scariest guy to talk to.
What you mean?
That right there. What you mean? What's up, homie? How about that? West Coast, man. I seen boys in the hood, man. How you feel, brother?
I'm glad we was able to get to do this, man.
Yeah.
I love you to life. I love your drive. I love your spirit. I love your comedy. You hella funny. You're not kind of funny. I learned in the last 5 years that clean comedy is harder.
Yeah.
It's the absolute hardest. It doesn't matter. You could pick your favorite comedian and you could tell him, because first they just gonna change their premises.
That's it.
Just because you not cussing don't mean you still ain't saying something horrible.
And your material making them cringe.
You say at the church. You ain't never hit nobody from the back.
How many of y'all did cocaine?
First lady.
There's a certain high with cocaine that God may not. You're like, hold up, brother.
No one got no rubber tubing. I can show you. Like, I just really learned. I was downplaying it. And after inviting so many comedians to corporate gigs and putting people on, and, you know, I got to be the OG and help folk, man, to watch people, my heroes, just crash and burn because they can't do clean in real life. And the phrase, you got to know your crowd, they stole that from us.
Right.
Like, that is a comedian's phrase that pilots and zookeepers and other people use. You got to know your crowd.
Right.
But you looked out into a church congregation that got pews and pencils and things that hold shot glasses of wine.
Right.
And said, you ain't never had somebody at your house and you was just okay.
Right.
I mean, that's your material pool.
Hey,
you went
man.
in your cabinet and said, let me see, first ladies, deacons, pastors. So I'm cooking cocaine, right? I'm buying birds. Birds is $17.5, by the way.
Selling Bibles and drugs is the same. No, that's not the same. Now, Griff, let's bring it back to you, okay? Now, we known each other.
You saw how I did that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I saw what you did.
Deflect.
You did.
Okay.
It was okay. But, you know, that's the person who you are. That's what I want to talk about, man. Let's talk about my first time meeting you. When I moved to Atlanta, I was listening to the morning show with you and Rashawn Ali, who I love dearly.
18.
That's
I
it, the 18.
1079, Radio 1, Akini the Black Mac, Empress Cersei, Rashawn, CJ.
Yeah. And I was listening to you. Then you start talking about how you had your comedy night. You started up a comedy room night. And my first time meeting you, I was new to the city. Went up there, and you were so genuine. Just like how you are towards me now was the same thing when I first met you. I said, yo, man, I'm a comedian from Denver. You said, you're a Bronco lover? He's like, yeah, like, he was with in on
Raider
it.
Nation, dog. That's number one. And you better be funny, Bronco fan.
And that's exactly what you said. And you better be funny. I'm going to put you up to fail if you ain't funny.
Bronco fan.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So that has been us all just like all these years. But what I noticed, you in the comedy game, you know, we can talk about how you got in the comedy, man. That's old cliche stuff. Let's talk about your reputation and how you in the community sync up with all these comics who you know that know you and respect you. You know what I'm saying?
It is you know, right now I'm 31 years, 9 months, 3 weeks, and 4 days.
Come on now, somebody. Somebody clap.
And
that somebody clap.
I count it because it's so important to me.
Right.
It's not many things more important than that day that I stepped out on faith saying I wanted to be something forever, and now really living my dream and having friends that's living theirs too. That's the whole thing. I get to see, I've really known you 25 years.
Yeah.
And that makes sense because just with 6 years in and but to be able to stay around the same folk that's good. I treated you good because you got, as comedians, I don't know if you see it too, but we really see people's spirit. Yeah. Like we know who need to laugh, and then they come up to us later and say, man, my husband died, and we know, we like pastors, we can we are equivalent with, I can see the room. I paint the room. I'm about to, here go a canvas. I'm gonna paint sometimes my grass be blue and my sky be green. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And once y'all get there, we on the same, but we can see people's problems, but we also see good folk. Yeah. And we also, in the same vein, can say, oh yeah, I'm never giving that dude that ever Praise in my God. Whole life. He got a Praise God, saints. And that is why I start taking the game more important, because it's a ministry. Yeah. It's a weird clairvoyance or something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can see color over people. Yeah. That person need more green, but all I see is blue. Till I push some of this laughter color over there. Like that. Only you will be able to understand what I'm talking about right now and other comedians, because they're going to be like, he see colors, what's wrong with him? But it's a gift. You know what I'm saying? And I always carry it like a mantle. I feel like God gave me this ability to help people through his way. And the Bible say Proverbs 17:22. Come on, this ain't something that we say as comedians. You know, laughter is good for your soul, like a Walgreens. It's in the Bible. It's in the Quran. It's right in there. But when you know that our laughter is very closely directed to our source, you know what I'm saying? And for them to pay us to give us what he gave us.
Now I'm gonna say this too. Not only do you look out and got a good reputation, I looked up to you too, and I don't know if I ever told you this, because you put events on and you did everything, but it just wasn't one type of event, right? You know, to this day, you put on, you had your comedy club. You did a filming that's still in the works of putting out where you showcase a lot of comics. You did so much, and you always, cruises. Let's talk about the Tom Joyner cruise too. Okay. This is why I knew how it's like, after all the times that I've known you, we was on a Tom Joyner cruise, and you know how I felt. I loved the Tom Joyner cruise, everything, but you knew that Christian comedy and clean comedy was my niche. And we was there, and you looked at me and said, hey, I'm going to give you 7 minutes because I got to go over here on this side of the boat. Yeah. But I trust you with these thousands of people. Right. Then had to bring up the Williams brothers. You know what I'm saying? Give them seven of those minutes, homie. I'll be right back and then went over there, told Roz and all them, hey, he gonna go up there, do this time. And then when I went, man, it felt good. I did what I did, got a standing ovation, brought up the Williams brothers. And all I can do was think of and thank you for that opportunity, because a lot of people wouldn't do that. A lot of people wouldn't be like, hey, you go up here because this your platform, but you looked out. And that's what I'm saying, and that's when I give you all of your flowers of how the things you always looked out. On the show, Erica Campbell Morning Show, we'll get in that a little later on. You had a comedian spotlight.
I did, but people was bombing again. It was like, I be trying to bring it up. I be like, hey, I can do the comedy. Yeah, let's talk about it. So, I don't know who I brought on, but again, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Erica Campbell, I like you and your sister Tina. What y'all doing this Wednesday? All right, wrap it up. Beanos, go to a commercial. Like, it's the same, dog. So,
but you gave them an opportunity.
I did. I fight for us all the time.
That's what I'm saying. You gave him an opportunity. Now, what is it that Griff wants to do? Like right now, I'm not talking about the radio. We're going to get in all that. I want to know, what is it that you want to do? What is it that you're doing right now? Them two, those are two questions. Because I know I'm gonna let you open it up, because I know how you think. You'll start talking about it, and then you put everything together. Yeah. What is it that you're doing, and what is it that you want to do that you haven't done?
What I'm doing right now is we've recorded several shows that we just waiting for the editing process, and then we can begin to pitch and so we got things in the can already. I wrote a book 15 years ago called Cats and Puppies. This is not a book about animals, but it's really a love story to my mom, from the perspective of a son raised by a 16-year-old mother. And right now, actually 6-7 days ago, we just finished the audiobook. We just completed that, and we used Teddy P, Grammy nominated, Stellar Award winning, Dove Award winning producer, to do the score. And I always wanted, the book is going to be an adaptation to a movie, and you know what I'm saying? But now if you hear the audiobook and you hear the score, like, it ain't just music, boing, 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 Griff. This man he produced the whole thing. It's all original music, and you know what I'm saying? But now when you hear that, then you'll be able to receive the movie. Yeah. But we just believe right now we getting a Grammy for this, dog. I'm getting a Grammy this year.
Come on, man, wait.
Best narrated book. Because you can get a Grammy for narration.
Wait. How are you going to just, wait a minute now. You came from Cali.
Oh, dog, I know. It's crazy. Hold on. Okay. No.
Let me say it. You came from Cali. Streets. Did everything you done in your life, good and bad.
Yeah.
Decided what you wanted to do, pursue, didn't know what you was going to do. You know, I know your story.
Yeah.
Got on the radio show. When you got on the radio show, doing all that stuff happens. All of a sudden, that radio show, remember we talked about God closing the door?
I got fired hella time.
You said it, but let's keep moving on.
Yes.
So then from there, you're going different places, not knowing what your direction is.
Right.
You get picked up, you do some stuff, but God. Say that part again.
It's only God.
Right.
That's why it's a mantle. That's why we can't quit. When I meet comedians that say, oh, yeah, I used to do comedy. I hate you. I don't want to talk to you no more. I don't care. And Roz is cringing, but I hate you, comedian that quit.
Yeah.
By the way, we didn't get to where we are because we quit. Jamie Foxx didn't. Richard Pryor didn't. Sam Kinison. When you quit, you don't get nothing. If you're a gardener and you quit the seed, you don't get fruit, young. You know what I'm saying? But I'm so grateful and thankful. And here's the shout. I have 2 Stellar Awards. And I can't sing.
I was about to say, you can't sing. And you up for a Grammy.
I can't sing, dog, but why not speak a Grammy into existence? I got 2 Stellar Awards. I walk past them all the time. I pick them up. They heavy. They like 7 to 8 pounds.
Yeah.
And this is coming from the same kid that held orange Murray's grease in the bathroom and saying, "Man, I love y'all so much," and then getting a black Sporting Waves grease, and then holding both of them and saying, "This is crazy,
right?
This is crazy,
right?
You know what I'm saying?" And then getting a red Dax Waving Groom one.
Come on, somebody,
and was holding them like this and going, I just want to shout out my teacher. You said I was so dumb. I'm not. Look at me. And to have Stellar Awards downstairs in my basement. I just bought a house last year, my first house as a veteran.
That's another
I was able
thing.
to use my VA loan, but it's my dream house. And the military, my 3 years in the military, copying Morse code during Desert Storm, paid off in my 50s. But I just want to say this to the people that's listening. The Bible say it's your latter years. Nobody gonna get it. Who don't want it when they 29?
Right.
When they 34. Okay, I know I'm 40. I'm coming up on 40. But I'm I'm 55 this year. I'm going to Thailand to celebrate my birthday with my family. And it's my latter years. And then in all those years that you know me, I didn't properly have management. Right. I was doing it all by myself.
Yeah. And that's what I was doing
well. Got myself on BET, Comic View 5 times, all the First Amendments and all, and never had a manager. Just relationships. Call Griff. He's solid. Chop it up with Griff. He got... You know what I'm saying? But it's also for the comedians that's watching, it's consistency. Mm-hmm. We can't look at it like baseball. You can't hit a home run every time you get on plate, but you better not go in a slump. Mm-hmm. You better not go in a slump. But thank you though, man. Before we move on,
we just not gonna bypass how much pomade you had in your bathroom. You had Dax.
I had Dax.
How much grease did you
pomade
need?
I had, homie.
Right.
And then after I had them 3, I would grab the Sulfur 8 shampoo and go, I'm pretty much Michael Jackson.
Somebody was seasoning your house.
In the World of Curl activator gel. I have
this is how you had
the World of Curl. Hey, the World of Curl activated gel had all the couch pillows wet in the bag.
I mean, I saw your little post with your little collar up. Wait till I find that picture. I'm gonna put the collar
up. That's my
right
Ralph Tresvant. I had a little Ralph Tresvant. I don't know what you're talking about. It was my 8th grade teacher. It was my 8th grade picture. That's when they had them ones at Sears where you could look this way and then you could look straight and then they would put you in a glass or a rose or something behind it. That was my Sears.
Man, that's so amazing, man. And I wish you the best. I already know the way you promote and just to be honest with you, the favor God has on your life.
I received that.
That's what you're destined for. But now, what's next?
We got so much. What's next? I'm sure. So my business partner and manager and publicist and lawyer and financial advisor and everything is Roz Thompson. And let me shout out Roz real quick, shit, because as she does things for me and put me in places I've never been, God keep blessing her as well. She got randomly picked out of all the women in the world to be on a CoverGirl Maybelline billboard that was just debuted on Broadway in Times Square with her regular face.
Come on, face. She in here. I'm looking at her.
That's what I'm saying. Roz is a supermodel.
Come on.
With the Maybelline in her, she is a whole supermodel. And in the latter years, though, I'm telling you, if it could happen for us, I just hope someone is watching this or sees this after we're gone. Yeah. That say, man, he said that in 2026. What he was about to do.
Yeah.
Look at you, and then now I can get a YouTube person saying, in 2026, Shed G. Right. Shedrick, they're going to call you Shed G.
They're going to be
Once you start doing your movies, you don't want to be Shed G no more. You want to be Shedrick.
Yeah, man, that's what it is. That's where the paychecks come. It say Shedrick Garrett. That's what people with the Tyler stuff, they will watch. They like, we didn't see your name. Shedrick Garrett right there. That's it.
A lady put comedian Griff on my check right now. I said, where I'm supposed to cash this shit. Which bank exactly? Go ahead and tell me what. Just comedian Griff wouldn't I have to have an ID that says that?
Right. So what's next, Griff? Tell me what you got going on.
So I'm pivoting to a lot of different things that weren't, to be able now to have management that won't let me do all the things that ain't important, which is what Roz really does for me and why she's important to my wife and I is because as a creative, you have all these ideas, right? Mm-hmm. And then they just start overlapping, dog. And then I could win. I could be in NASCAR. And then, I can't even drive good, and then I could write a book about never being able to drive. And then I could make a song, and then I could create a coloring book. And then we got so much going on that you got to find the things that are the priority. Mm-hmm. What can we do now that's not stressful, that doesn't take up time, that's you know what I'm saying? So, because I forget on purpose that I really have an amazing corporate job that's very, very cool, right?
Right.
But I know who I am, and I want to sports commentate, man.
Your sports comment was dope on the morning show. I was like, this
we
dude
got a
know
whole
it.
podcast that we talking sports, and the more I look at it, like I know what I'm talking about without stats. I got a good memory. I follow these kids. They adults now. I know who they. A lot of people say, "Well, I don't mess with football. I don't mess with college football." Who you like? Oh, I'm a Cowboy fan. Well, how you know the person that's coming to your team if you don't know what he did in college? You just Lance Armstrong.
Right.
You got a cyclist on your football team.
Right.
How about that?
Right.
No, so working on, we just got I'll just speak it. We got a voiceover agent.
Yeah.
And, that's a whole nother lane that took me a long time to get to, but I'm thankful for the time, but I believe that's gonna be my rest. I'm James Earl Jones, Morgan Freeman, Griff.
This is CNN.
see, all that. But a lot of things, animation, investing, working with kids. We got our foundation, the Process Success Foundation. We work with young people, and then we take them around and teach them stuff and show them stuff. And, if you take a kid to a tire factory and you can make them see the rubber molding and everything else, then you can also teach them how to have forgiveness.
Right.
It's a process. You don't just get tires. Tires came from something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to show them where they from. So that's also really big for me as well.
The best thing, like big shout out to Roz. We gotta give Roz.
Hey man,
we gotta give her a hand.
Roz is a life changer.
That's
on my wife and my mama.
She is. Now let me tell you. Let me say this. The thing that I've learned, especially from all of the stuff, like even talking to you now, I'm still being educated. That's what I always try to tell people. You're never too old to learn.
Never.
And when you with your agent and stuff, because what I had to find out. Where one of my agent, just a young man was telling me, he was like, Shed, you got so much stuff going on. He said, look, you like Mountain Dew? I'm like, yeah, I like Mountain Dew, whatever. So he showed me he had Mountain Dew, and he had Mountain Dew he had like 4 shot glasses, and he put the same amount halfway on the shot glass.
Right.
He said, okay, here, this is you in comedy. Take that, strong. Then he said, okay, this is you in comedy and acting, and he put a little water in there. So it kind of diluted it. So then over here it said, this is you, comedy, acting, and video production.
It's just water.
It's watered down, and I'm diluting my brand.
Woo!
And the craziest thing is, Roz, when I hear him and see all the stuff, Roz help your brand stay strong. When you get somebody behind you, somebody that's there that can help you, it helps your brand to stay strong so you won't dilute it.
Let me tell you something. She is the filter. Because I'll dilute myself if I was, and then that's the shout again that God will eventually put you with somebody who could pair with your mindset. Actors, comedians, musicians, we think different. I just took my first bass lesson last week. Learn how to play the bass. I hear it. I know I'm gonna be sweet. I know I got one of the best bass players in the world, KG. I'm gonna get a cigarette. I'm gonna say, who smoke a cigarette? Let me get a
Cool 50 King 100.
You understand me? This is what I know right now. 2412413 That's what I know.
But I know what you got that down. All right.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've been air playing the bass forever, dog. You should see I got the lugs, everything, nothing in my hand. Then you hold it don't do none of those things.
Right. Griff, for no reason. If you want to leave, baby, go ahead.
just out the blue.
For no reason. Air guitar.
Anybody got the blues? I was sitting at the home. No one phoned my bone.
Now, before we get into all of that, we almost done. A couple more minutes, man. I want to spend this time for you to tell me how great your wife is. Because me and you had conversation on the phone.
Can I talk about the conversation? Or you gonna be shy?
No, I ain't shocked, man.
So I asked Shed, "Hey man, how your girl doing? You married yet?" And he was like, "No, she was my fiance." So he breaking me down like a parent.
I said finance.
Yeah,
my finance.
He said it. He did say that, and I won't repeat that. But then he said no, and we're no longer together. And I said, "What happened?" And he was like, and he told me in great detail. And, people like Roz and Shed G, you want them to have companionship because they deserve it and give love to everybody else. So it would be dope to see people like y'all two really just be floating on air, thinking about other people. And like, let me just text her and see. Send a little dumb emoji. Dog with his wet hair. Love you more.
Hey, baby, look at Griff playing the guitar.
Inside jokes, all that. And what Lanika has done for me is she has given me peace. I call her my peace. If y'all hear her peace be still. We talked about earlier about seeing color and stuff coming out. She just has an aura of peace around her it makes her impregnable. Like she just is unbothered. And you need that with me. I'm silly. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm always playing too much. And when you get somebody who don't say you play too much all the time, but you sleepy yet? You hungry? You ready to maybe stop playing so much so you could eat for a second? And that's her blessing. Her real true blessing to me is she's a praying woman. She prayed for me when I'm asleep. She put oil on my head when I don't know.
Come on, oil.
She slipped food in my CPAP machine.
Wait, she do what?
It's all over my face and I ain't supposed to eat. She slip a cracker in there every time.
She put some bouillon cube oil in there.
She stick a carrot in my CPAP machine, so she's so lovely. No, she's the best, man. When you find he that findeth finds a good thing, and then God is happy for you, not just other people. Right. And God is happy for you.
That's deep.
Yeah, so
that's deep.
I hope that for you one day. Until then, you're going to be you're going to be a cat man.
Right.
He got a dog who he got off the phone with me for because his dog
that's my nephew.
Wanted more attention. No, that was a dog. I saw it.
My nephew, Barack. We was FaceTime with Barack. We're like trying to go outside.
Dog, okay. So you a real pet owner, dog.
Right.
What do you feed your dog?
Well, it's my sister's. So,
okay.
But she has me giving them, it's like gluten-free.
Right.
This dog.
Right. That's what I'm asking you.
Right,
Go
that's
ahead.
what I'm saying. In real talk, my sister gave me a Fiji bottle to give him water.
Yeah.
The Fiji bottle was gone, so I still got the bottled water. Why did the dog throw up? No, I'm cleaning up.
He only could drink Fiji
He can only drink Fiji water. And I was like, yo, why is he throwing up? My sister, what type of water you give him? I'm like, what do you mean? He need Fiji water. I was mad at him.
So I asked you that for a reason. Yeah. So our dogs, we cook chicken breast for them twice a week.
My
with
sister
rice
do that.
And carrots in it and mash, you know what I'm saying? So I go to my cousin's house in Oklahoma City before we do this podcast, and he got 2 American bullies out there. And I said, man, they are beautiful. What do you feed them? He said, well, they just stay out there in the 2 acres and they just roam everything. I said, what do you feed them? I said, what do they eat? He said, skunk, possum, wood, other dogs, if you go outside. I said, we give our dog chicken breast, and he said, I'll give them the pots. He said, chicken breast? He said, they eat splinters.
Right. No, I'm not. Remind me never to go out there.
All black people can't have pets, dog.
No. Because even I told my sister.
He gonna say, stay in the house because he might bite. Yeah, I bite too, dog. If you got me out here eating wood and possum, he gonna say, I know he bit a skunk because I can smell it. I said, bit a skunk? He said, yeah, they just kill everything. I said, and then he had roosters across the street shed that was crowing at all kind of times of the day, dog. 2 in the afternoon, 9 in the afternoon, a.m., 9 p.m. I said, dog, what is the matter with these special need roosters you got across the street?
They on the spectrum.
He said, but it ain't time.
3 p.m.
Dog, he said they ghetto roosters, dog, and it just blessed me because even the roosters got a handle around their environment. Like, he said, and they fighting roosters. I bet they are.
Fighting dog. Everything in their house. Come on, man. All right, Griff. So now, this is the part of the show where I really get to know you.
Okay.
The part, some of the stuff I don't know because we didn't have these conversations.
I think you know a good.
Yeah, but let's talk about the get up.
If I got touched when I was little.
Right.
That's when you changed the music underneath me on the podcast.
Right, yeah. This is where the whole music bed, the score since you Grammy nominated.
And then I go. Well, it was me and my Uncle Darnell one time in the 5th grade. He had these He-Man sheets and with the Garfield pillowcases. And
I didn't know what he was doing. He was in the corner doing this with his hands. But no, this won't. So this won't get that.
You want to hear my bass guitar? Bum, 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 bum. I got me a nephew. Bum, bum, bum.
So let's talk about the Erica Campbell Get Up in the Morning. First of all, how did you get on the show?
Get Up Mornings with Erica Campbell was one of the biggest blessings in my life. In April of 2016, I was going through a horrible divorce. Like, we wasn't talking. She was coming in at any kind of time of night. Like, it was just awful. But God told me 10,000 on your left, 1,000 on your right. Like, stand on this rock. You know what I'm saying? And I stood on it. And around April 16th, Kobe Tyner called me. And Kobe's was the first young DJ in Philadelphia to get on air and all that. But then he worked his rank up in Radio 1 program, and now he's vice president. Kobe was sweet. He said, "Hey, man, I might have a job for you." I was like, "Really?" He was like, "Yeah, it's going to be syndicated." I said, "What we going to do different than Yolanda and them?" And he was like, "Oh, it'll be different. We putting you, it's going to be cool." And then the next week, and he said he called me the next day to send me some paperwork, and he didn't. I didn't hear from him. Maybe he called me Thursday. I ain't hear from him until Monday. He sent me everything, and I brought it to some lawyer friends. They was like, this is very legit, and you really might want to see what they talking about. Going through this divorce and standing on Jesus, listening to my word and being in it and trusting and having expectation, you know what I'm saying? And he said, "I'm calling you, Griff, because, man, the last time I was with you, we was laughing. You had everybody cracking up on the van." But he was talking about something that happened in 2006. Mm-hmm. Like he was talking about it like it was 3 weeks ago. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Very
10
memorable.
years ago. And I didn't know it was an audition. So he called me back the next week and was like, "Okay, we gonna ask you and Erica some questions and, talk about, and we rooting for you." I said, "Oh, it's an audition?" He was like, "Yeah, but we know you going, just be you." Then I had some low self-esteem, like, oh, they want a Christian comedian. They probably gonna get John Gray or Akintunde or, Jonathan Slocum or something like that. So I must be the black coach hire.
Right.
They gotta ask.
The double work. They stand in.
I got the Rooney Rule. That's the Rooney Rule, right? Look that up, y'all. And I went to Cali and I did the interview on my phone, and Prince had just died. And they said, "Griff, let's talk about, pretend this is the entertainment break, and you and Erica talking about Prince dying." So they said, "Erica, you go first." So Erica go, "Man, I'm Kojic born, and Holy Ghost. We ain't listen to R&B. We ain't play cards. We, no Uno, no nothing. But one day I came home, my mom was singing Purple Rain, And I said, Mom, why you singing Purple Rain? And she said, baby, that's Prince. And then we laughed it off, and they said, okay, well, what's your Prince story, Griff? I was like, oh, man, when I was an 8th grader, I was listening to the radio station, and I won a Prince 45. Like they said, you know, come and get the song. They said, what song was that? I said, it was the song that was on the radio. And they was like, you went to, you know, you number 26 or whatever. Mm-hmm. They said, what was the song? I was like, Erotic City. And they said, Griff, it's a gospel show. And I was like, but it was Erotic City. I got a lie on the gospel show? Like, yeah. Your mama was singing Prince. Why my Prince story? It was Erotic City. Like, and I'm on the radio. Like, right. All right. And then they hired me the next day.
Right.
So, but John Gray had called me and said, Griff, they asking about me to do it. I just got this job in Houston. I can't. But I said, pick Griff. They was like, well, we got a list. I don't know nobody on the list. Pick Griff. So John Gray called me and said, get ready for your life to change.
Right.
And then me and Erica knew each other in passing because they were doing, I mean, I met them when they did Shackles. When they did Shackles and going on a radio tour, I'm on V103 with Frank Ski.
Frank Ski, yeah. Big shout out Frank Ski.
And they were coming to the R&B station to push Shackles. So I'm on, I just met them then. They like, oh, we from Inglewood. Oh, I'm from Cali too. Oh, West Side, yeah. Hey, let me do an interlude. You know, like in between songs, let me do a proper interlude, you know? And they was like, oh yeah, that's dope. Let's talk about it. And I would see them for years on different stations and say, can I do an interlude? And they was like, I love the idea. We're going to circle back around on it. Never circle back around on it. But then when they said, Erica, who do you want to be on the show with you? She was like, Griff. And for Miss H, Kathy Hughes to be like, Griff will be perfect because he know radio, and because they was like, well, she don't know radio, but Eric, what they didn't know about Erica is that all the interviews that she's done, you know what I'm saying, she might as well know radio.
Right.
And she, from the gate, was like one of them people that win Rookie of the Year. When you win something big and you get it and they say that's their first time, she's just super duper gifted, you know. And if she watching this, she also has 17 Grammys on a baby grand piano at her house very casually that you walk by and spit your lemonade out and go, them, is it real?
Right.
So when I talk about winning a Grammy, I'm around people that won them.
But see, that's the other thing. So let's talk. So I'm going to dissect that a little bit. You, like, the first time I heard you, I was like, oh, my boy Griff on there. And I heard you. Y'all didn't sound like any other gospel station.
Yeah.
Because I would say the element is you being who you are. And the people that know you, no, you didn't change up. You didn't say you've always been loud for Jesus. You always been, but I'm gonna say you ain't no punk. You know what I mean?
It's like that.
Yeah, right. So I've been with you.
Shout. That's the shout right there.
Right. I've been with you. We was at the Winter Park. I mean, we was at the what was it? The ski summit together. Remember that? Oh yeah. So the thing is just to see that and to hear you and to still be yourself. Of course, she's royalty. Period. You know what I mean? You cannot. You see her.
You can't.
You cannot say her name in the industry and not say royalty because she's one of the one. Like matter of fact, let's keep it 100 before we. She the first person that I literally had to leave the club. I walked off the floor because I felt convicted. Cause put my finger up and walked off the dance floor when they started playing Mary, yo.
How about that?
Oh my God! When they did Shackles, then they mix it with the God in me. Come on, man! I had communion in my hand, had to walk off the stage like this, like praise God.
How crazy is that? And we teach our kids that just never goes away. She always gonna be Erica. They always gonna be a family that love each other, who love Jesus. And my top 3 Jesus-y people in the whole planet. Erica Campbell, Cece.
You better say Cece.
Cece would be like Cece is Erica's first.
Right.
Cece would be my first, but I'm with Erica every day. Like I love Cece, who will always hug me, and she even in my bio, she even wrote, Griff was so funny on the set of Sunday's Best, warming up the audience. I couldn't stay in character to be. Right. So I love CC, but I'm with Eric 10 years in May. May 10th, we celebrate 10 years, right? And it's never been done that a show led by a female has been this long on radio. And so the blessings are crazy, but CC my second, and then my pastor, Jesse Kearney III, is my third. And he baptized me, and he's still third. And I waited for like 6 years. I've been looking at Erica sideways for 6 years, trying to catch you slipping.
Right.
But she take no days off on the Lord, man.
So does that go into why, like 10 years?
Yeah.
What is it, the chemistry that you feel that y'all have for y'all to be successful? Because you've seen stuff fail.
Oh, of course. Every day.
You've seen it. It's like
9 months,
you've been a
7
part.
months.
Right.
10 months.
What makes y'all so dynamic that you're two-time Stellar Award winner, 10 years, about to be 10 years in the game? And not only that, she's still producing music. You still producing y'all still have your entrepreneurship on the side. What makes it click?
Number one, God is the focus. God is the focus, shit. Like this lady, come on, man. In my best Jesus-y, I'm around one of the people that pastors love, and you know what I'm saying? So that comes on you. That drips. You know what I'm saying? That drips on you, homie. And we both from Cali. So we Cali, like Erica, they from Inglewood.
Right.
Like we from Cali, so we act like we first cousins that grew up, and then I moved to New York, and then I came back 25 years later, and I got a house next to you, and we still get to be first cousins, and we grown. Like we just have a spirit of let's be fun. Let's let somebody who don't know the Lord listen to this show and go, I need to, man, let me go and go to my auntie church she been asking me to go to. Let me, Erica broke that down, man. My brother been trying it. We want to convince somebody to hear the Lord and not us. So because we just vessels, and I get to be silly with mine, but then when I bring them in it's Proverbs 17:22, and they go, oh, that's part of being Christian. Like, you've been to churches where they don't, well, I ain't never had nobody, Jesus ain't funny, and I don't know comedy for, like, that spirit is gone.
Yeah.
Laughter is therapy. You get to smile. You get to be happy, and God wants you to laugh hard. It opens up all these things that make you live longer in your body, and we gifted with it. So every morning, we are intentional about waking up the country, not sideways, not, oh man, I had a long night. Not like jumping on that mic and saying, man, somebody gonna be inspired by the Lord. Is it you?
Right.
Let it be me, Griff. Griff wants some. You want some? In that kind of way, because their whole life, all they heard was fire and brimstone from pastors. You smoking weed, the Lord hates you. But what if you smoking weed and you put it out in your car, and somebody done left the radio station on a praise station?
Yeah.
And now you going, man, that's real.
Right.
I do my Mr. Griffins on Wednesday where I'm, I don't know how to not be silly, but I'm purposely serious and talking about whatever. But whatever it is, I get the DMs all the time that say, man, Griff, you changed my life with that. Like you, man, hearing what you and Roz did before y'all had a show and y'all went and spoke to some kids. So it was a guy on the side, and he was pulled over, and he looked like he didn't have no help, and he looked maybe 21, 22, nobody. So I finally stopped. I said, man, you need help changing your tire? And he said, yeah. I said, okay, I got you. Nobody helped you? He was like, no. I said, I got you, homie. And I said, you don't have a jack? Like, I got a jack. He didn't have nothing, but then he had everything laid out. I said, man, that's your jack right there. And now I'm thinking, oh, he ain't have a daddy or a mom to teach him how to change a tire. And you 22, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't clowning, man, fool. You jack.
Presentation.
What are you okay? Do you need some milk?
Right.
Like I went into, man, no, what you use right here, you already got it. So we're not even going to use mine so I can show you how to, do it with yours. Well, after I put the tire on, I'm like, man, all your tires is bald. But the wire, I said, dog, nobody told, oh man, my dad, he gave me the car and then I said, dog, your tires is bad. I said, I'll tell you what. Let me call Roz. Who's Roz? Don't matter. Let me call a lady named Roz, and we're going to put some tires. I'm going to get you 4 tires. See what time the tire place open tomorrow. Let me get you 4 tires. And I never seen the dude again. I talked to him a couple times but imagine the faith he'll have now.
Yeah.
If you cry out and say, Lord, help me. And now a random dude pull over who on the radio, and then he buy you 4 sets of tires because you said, God, I can't do this by myself. I need help. So I talk about experience that I had because people have helped me my whole life. Right. People have taken me to the side and said, look, I don't even show people this. Come here, little boy. You know what I'm saying? And it never stopped. So being in this position, and here's another thing, and then that's all I want to talk about. I'm not a fan of Roz is right here, y'all, and she's saying, I don't care what you're a fan of, you gonna talk about all the things you got going on. Right. I'm just not. That
is the reason why I'm here on my day off.
Do you like hearing your bio?
I hate it. Sound like an obituary.
Man, I am alive. I am here. And I say that every time they say, this former Army military veteran has trained and transpired his laughs and comedy from clubs to oh my God! Please cremate me now. I can't. So
I'm still alive. That's an obituary.
Like an obituary, man. Yeah. That's funny. I think any orator will understand that it sounds like an obituary. Yeah. Erica won the Marconi Award. Get Up Mornings won the Marconi Award. For the people who don't know what the Marconi Award is, Mr. Marconi made radio. It's a cat whose last name is Marconi. He made radio. Erica is the first African-American woman to win the award. The first gospel genre to win the Marconi Award. And the Marconi, we've won best syndicated show in the country. Gospel. Yeah. God did it. Yeah. If we can win the Marconi and we can win a Stellar, then why can't I win a Grammy? She just won one last January. Right. And she won one. And hey, look, y'all, Erica won a Grammy last year. And it was a collaborative song she did with Israel Houghton and Jacqueline Carr and Jonathan McReynolds and, like that. None of them went to the Grammys because they was like, it's other people in the category that's going, and they won. And we had them on that Monday when they won Sunday, and they was all like, man, I woke up to all these texts that said you won the Grammy. And then but that's the favor. Yeah. You understand me?
You don't have to show up when God got you.
They still talk about you. Yeah. That's the favor. So, dog, that is just, it's hard to not. One time, Erica said, man, hey, Griff, we coming to Atlanta. She in Cali. We coming to Atlanta, and I got my band. We rehearsing all week. I said, oh, man, what tour are you going on? None. I just feel like God telling me to get ready. So she paid the band members for nothing. And then we're going to go, God and me, and then we're going to go help with nothing planned. And dog, that's infectious. Yeah. And then and then she got the tour like, I watch it in real time. I'm not, you understand me? Yeah. She got a movie coming out that she the lead in. It come out in a couple weeks. It's just more, dog. It's more for everybody. And she ain't, this what make me almost cry. She the first person in my life who would never said, man, hey, Griff, calm down, son. This is me right here. Ever.
And you can see it.
Ever.
And let me tell you this. I'm gonna lighten it up for you.
Thank you.
Right.
All right.
I've been there.
How I play.
Who knows
He
the
about
blues?
to cry.
This big black dude about to cry. Yeah. So I got a Erica Campbell moment.
Okay.
So I'm in LA, and with the Tyler stuff. So I'm in LA, and I'm like, hook up with my boy. His name is Tony Dixon.
Yeah.
Songwriter, Grammy
Monster. Tony a beast. I know who he is.
So I'm like, okay. So I'll call Tony. Yo, man, I'm over here. He said, man, come through. So I went to his house. So we go riding. He said, well, I got to go by the studio. This is when he was with Warren Campbell.
Right.
So he's with Warren Campbell and them. So we go by the studio. We going. And you see all the awards and the plaques and the records and everything at the studio. And Warren comes out, hey, how you doing, man? Talked to Warren. Warren was very cool.
Yeah.
Man, I promise you, Erica Campbell said like she glid across that.
She didn't even walk in.
She just glid across that thing, I was like, I looked at Tony.
See if she had on skates. She got on skates?
Oh, come on, Miss Spike Lee.
Is them skates?
She just glid across.
Spike Lee.
I promise you. When I was sitting there, this is just how it happened. Me and Tony was in the studio, and I was talking to Tony. We was working with just, Bob. All of a sudden, through my for real, I just see this slide. I said, was that Erica Campbell?
Right.
And that's how she's always been to me.
Now, let me stop you right there. Now, what if you didn't go that day? Mm-hmm. That's your gift. Mm-hmm. Comedians never say that my gift, I make people laugh. No, your gift is timing. Think about it. Mm-hmm. Comedy just proves it. Your gift, you telling me that you ain't been on a plane with a random person and you had them laughing and forgot to ask them what they do for a living. Then they say, I own Firestone and we was about to do a concert. You want to come? And you got in back there that way. You telling me, all you comedians and all you comics, you telling me that you was in a store and bumped into a lady that was like, man, oh God, you made me laugh before. I got something going on in June. It's timing. Because if you wasn't there, then you don't get to. So my auntie was a publicist in the 80s, my Aunt Michelle. So she would always say, ride with me. And then we would be at a celebrity basketball game with the cast of White Man Can't Jump. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or Alfonso Ribeiro is hosting something. And she was like, don't go back there and be Fanny. I'm working. And if you with me, then you cool. And if he want to talk to you about the bed, that's a car. Right. Talk to him, but don't. And that's what she taught me early. But if you don't one time, and this is my story, and then go ahead. She was like, hey, I got to ride somewhere. You want to go? I was like, where you going? She said, you coming or not? I was like, I don't know. Where you going? I was like, let me go to the bathroom. She said, you coming or not? I went to the bathroom. I started talking to my cousin, her son. Went outside, gone. She comes back at night. She was like, man, Michael Jackson's Neverland was crazy. And on that day, I learned if somebody say, come here, or come on, or let me show you, you go. If you feel safe. But why wouldn't you feel safe when you covered?
All right, let me tell y'all this. Raj, you ready? Remember when I'm trying to...
Wait a minute. Why you making Roz get up?
Man, because I
got her hand on her hip now.
Look.
We can't swing a camera around so you can see what Roz looks like.
I'm gonna tell you why I had to get up. Because I might need you to do this. I might need you to. I'm trying not to cry when I'm gonna tell you the story that you just told.
Then you crying already.
No, I'm not. It's a little thug tear. The story that you just told goes back, and I'm gonna tell you, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. Super Bowl was in Minneapolis.
Absolutely.
Okay, Super Bowl was in Minneapolis. I'm going to tell the story and then I'm going to let you come in because you know where I'm going. So Super Bowl was in Minneapolis. And I'm radio, morning show, I'm the guy in the city.
You the guy in the city, straight up.
I'm doing everything.
You
right.
Sweet. Everybody knows shit.
And I was doing everything and everything. So there was this football player that asked me to host this comedy thing. And I was like, all right, cool. I host this comedy thing and he's paying me $3,500. I'm like, bet. I just gone just to host, boom. Then set up the comic, boom. I call James, that bring James in from LA, all this stuff. So then I get a call from somebody. Say, hey, I got an opportunity for you to do something. It's to host or be like a stand-up guy, but there's no money. They don't have a budget. I'm like, man, I'm going to get this money, man. I ain't going. He said, but maybe I'm no, man. I'm going to get this money. And everyone knows I'm the gospel guy. I'm the guy that's known for gospel comedy and everything. So I take the gig, but then I send another person there. Why was it the Super Bowl gospel show? I mean, like the concert, all that stuff for the football players. And I was so mad. I didn't know what it was until Griff calls me and say, hey, homie, who is this guy that Erica sent me a video of on the stage? Said he was horribility. I was like, what? He sends me the video, and I'm like, that should have been me.
Yeah.
And that would have opened up the door for me to just even say, hey, Erica, I was at your husband's studio and you glid past that. You know what I'm saying?
The fact that you ain't saying glide or slide,
no,
and you saying glid.
You know where we from. Glid. But
Erica, you just glid by my band. Stop gliding past people.
She glid, and I promise you, right then and there is when I knew. I said, I'm not missing no opportunities like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes money ain't, it's the opportunities for you to be put in the room. And I never missed never again. And it was so bad that when people start calling me, my frat brothers and everybody was like, yo, man, that had you all on it for you to do your church stuff. I had just wrote a rap. Because Snoop Dogg just did that gospel album. Right. And Snoop was there. I wrote a rap. Talk about it's so much trouble in the LBC. It's kind of hard being the SHE to D. So I somehow, some way, keep coming up with funky. And I was like, man, kick a little something for the crit. Like I had a whole rap out. Yeah. And if I would have been there, I would have did it
in front of Snoop.
Been in front of the people. I had the jokes, man. So it's like, that's when I learned. Wow. I said, you know what? I'm not, money's not everything. No. Opportunity is the gift. When you get that opportunity, when you be prepared for that opportunity and the gift, and it all goes back to the beginning of this podcast, the opportunity to showcase my gift for you, brother. Man. So that changed my life. So that's why how all this comes around to say that now I'm sitting here in your Ma Duke's home. Yeah. Right? Ma Duke's home interviewing you, talking about 25 years ago when we first met. Get on the
I'm probably gonna cry. I don't know why.
Let me do an inside joke. Charlie!
Hey man, I know we gotta go, but let me tell you something. Yeah. What you and Q and your homies is doing, the Rat Pack of comedy, is suited and booted. Right. You understand me? And y'all funny.
Yes, sir.
Like it'd be different if it was gimmicky, but I got a picture of the Rat Pack in my basement.
Yes, sir.
I know who they are, and they standing in front of their sign in Vegas. Right. What gotta be 64, 66, you know what I'm saying? But the Rat Pack of comedy, and y'all come out tuxedos and the lapels and matching like it's beautiful with the cigars. Like I wish y'all nothing but success, man.
I appreciate that,
it's
man.
Such a big deal.
Right.
Such a big deal.
I appreciate that. And before we sign up out of here, man, I know you do this all the time, but there may be somebody who may not be able to contact you, or not even about contacting, but hear you sometimes. What would you tell, not just a comic, just anybody to give them some type of encouragement if they're feeling down, not being able to pursue their dream, they feel like they're nobody sees them, nobody listens to them, what would you tell them?
I would tell them that this is when Roz say, we need Mr. Griffin. So you need to know it doesn't matter what cards you were dealt. I had an abusive father. I watched my mom be abused. I saw a lot of rage and anger and dysfunction when I grew up, and I always wanted to be a comedian since I was 3 years old. And to see all that and to have God put something in me that I didn't know about, that I didn't care. I ain't have any backup plan. I wanted to be a comedian. I didn't even meet one until I became one. And I tell you, with almost 31 years, April 14th, it's not going to happen for you when you were sweet in 5 years. It might, and let it. And that's even better for you. And even here, let me change that for you. It's 2026. It could happen to you if you get it in 5 months. But what won't happen is it'll continue to happen for you because you don't know what you're doing. It takes 10,000 hours to do something to become a master. It's microphone memory. It's being smart. It's paying attention. It's not burning bridges. It's making relationships. Did you hear the story? Kobe called me 10 years later. We never talked one time in 10 years. And now I'm on a show that's having a 10-year. Never stop dreaming. Never stop believing. Never stop. Like, okay, so today sucked and you couldn't think of nothing to write and they canceled the show for $300. So what? You still special. And then you got to hype yourself up. You got to, I don't need Shed to tell me I'm sweet or Roz. I'm sweet. I have dreams of sweetness. Anyway.
All right, that's it. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Shed G and friends.
Stay sweet. That's what I'm saying. Stay sweet.
Stay sweet.
Stay sweet.